Right, so in this video, we're just going to go through how to assemble the Elder Thing Set A. All you'll need for this is, well, a box of Elder Thing Set A from XWC Miniatures. They should come in 2 packets like this, and you'll see that they're labelled. If I open these ones up, you've got rock on those parts, then you've got your 2 leg parts, 2 head parts, you've got rock there, and then if I open up the arms, you've got rock again. But you've also got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's very important. This indicates the order that these will be attached to the torso. And then we've got the torso here. Now, if you ever get these confused, because the torsos do look quite similar, they should have on one of these sides the name that it goes with. So this one's got rock kind of written into the top of the torso. So just make sure that you can see that one. Then you've got the base, and then you'll have something to attach the base to. So there you go. So that's the rock where the Elder Thing gets its name, and it's got little footprints around it where the legs attach onto that kind of basing detail that we've got there. So with this one, it should come with a set of instructions. If you don't have the instructions, they're available for free on our website. Just go onto our website, go onto Rock Elder Thing A, and the instructions will be there. And you can download and print. One of the useful features about the instructions is with these arms that look quite similar, where they've got numbered, if these come away from the sprue, you can then compare kind of the picture used as a shadow board and go, right, that one there, that's number 1, this one here is number 2, and so forth. So they look similar, but there is a little bit of a distinction with them, and you can use the instructions to compare and work out which one that you've got. Right. What we've also got here is there's a little recess on each of the sprues which indicates where to cut. So to assemble this, you will need super glue and you'll need a craft knife. And it's just a case of going. Well, actually, let's not start with the arms. With the instructions, it says for me to start with the head. So I'll have a look at this one. I can see a little recess there and a little recess there. So I'm going to place this like so and press down and ping. There we go. I might build a little buffer on that one, but that's the head off. And then this one, I'm just going to place my finger there so we don't have it quite go as far as last time. There we go. That's the other bit of the head. And then we've got the legs to do here. There's that one. And then last one to come off. There we go. Now I'm just going to clean up these with the craft knife just slightly. There we go. Just drag that through nice and gently. And then same again, clean those ones up. And then with the heads, like so. And then last one, clean that one up like that. Then with the super glue, God, that's well joined. Get a little bit of cloth, clean that up so we can see what we're doing. I'm just going to put, you've got 2 faces when it comes to the eyes and the heads. You've got the bottom face which attaches to the torso, I think like so, and then you've got this side face. Well, we want the side face to connect first. So I'm just going to put a little dab of super glue on that. There we go. And then I'm just going to join the 2 head parts together. There we go. So you should end up with something that looks like that. You've got the 5 tentacles in a line. There we go. Then we've got the 2 arm parts or 2 leg parts. These connect so. Now with the rock one, we do actually want to attach this to the base first, especially one of these. Hang on, clean that. There we go. Right. So I'm just going to do a dry fit to see if I can remember which ways the legs attach before going in with the final one. So I think it's a case of that top one goes there. Yeah, like so. So it should just clip into place. You've got the rock base and then you've got the three arms, and they slot into those holes with the feet in. So I now know I need to put a little bit of glue there, a little bit of glue there, and a little bit of glue there. There we go. Be very sparing with the glue. You don't want to drown the miniature, and it doesn't take a lot to put these together. There we go. So that's the legs on top of the base. Then I'm going to put a little bit of glue there, going with the other set of legs and a little bit of glue there. Again, and then going with the other set of legs and click those together. And that's those three parts assembled. So you've got three legs attached to the rock. So now those two sub-assemblies are done, you've got to do the arms round the torso. Now I'd recommend using clippers for this one, just because these arms are a little bit on the fragile side. So remember, they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and these go anti-clockwise round the torso. So you've got your wing groove there, wing groove there. Well, from the first wing groove, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can place that one down. So with this, I'm just going to, that one came on quite nicely. There we go. And then for this one, we'll bring in and clip, and again, clip. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. And then you can just give these parts a little bit of a clean up. Like so. Where they joined onto the sprue. So that's our three arms. And just to double check, I'm going to take over the instructions, and you've got 1, yep, 2, yep, 3, yep, and 4. Right. Then you've got the torso. Now, effectively, to work out which way is the top and the bottom of the elder thing, the drum, the holes, if they're closer to this top face, that's the top. So if I kind of did a dry fit and I brought over this arm, we'll see that that just slots in there. There we go. So I know I need a little bit of glue in there, a little bit of glue in there, a little bit of glue in there, and a little bit of glue in there. If Lovecraft was being particularly helpful to us, he probably would have given me slightly less limbs, but unfortunately not. There we go, that goes in there. Now these should just click into place, so you'll know that you've kind of got the right position by when you go and kind of give them a little bit of a wobble, and they'll kind of naturally gravitate to where they want to be. There we go. So that is all 4 limbs. There we go. It's difficult with the elder thing, you know, you've got 5 legs, 5 tentacles, eye stalks, and then you've got kind of 4 arms and 2 lots of wings. So there's a lot to kind of put together here. All right. This is to make it as accurate as humanly possible to what Lovecraft wrote. Then we need to attach the legs and the drum. So to do this, we'll go a little bit of glue on top, and we'll place that like so. So I knew where the correct position was because this arm here, it's slightly further up, and there is a groove on the bottom of the base which aligns with that leg there. So just look for that leg and then look for the big groove, and then it should just kind of naturally go into its correct position. There we go. Then we've got to add on the eye stalk. A little bit of glue on there. Just going to take a little bit of the excess off on that. There we go. And then this one, I think, there we go. should naturally go into position there. There we go. So that's the eye stalk on. Now just to balance it out, we then need to add the wings. So again, go in with your clippers, and these ones have got 2 on each. So clip there, and we'll clip there. There we go, that's one. And then the next one, we'll clip there, and clip there. There we go, move those to the side. Do a little bit of clean up with a knife. Be gentle. Like so. And then we've got the 2 wing grooves on the back. So we pick him up again. A little bit of glue on the wing groove. A little bit of glue on the wing groove. And we can then place one like so, let it set. I think I've moved it a little bit too much with the super glue. Now the super glue is not going to bind. Yeah, right, we'll do the other one for the time being. There we go, that's a nicer joint. And then we'll add a little bit more glue to this groove, and we'll try that one again. There we go. So we can place that one down. Then once the wings have dried, I'll then attach him to the base. So while we're waiting on that one, we can start with the other one, the ground elderfing. So again, it's very, very similar on the assembly to the rock elderfing. The only difference is rather than having this rock, you've got this little donut-like part which attaches to the base like so, and then the elderfing kind of sits in the middle of that donut. So with this one, I'm just going to clean up the bottom of the donut ever so slightly. There we go. That one's done. And we can probably get away with just gluing this straight to the bottom of the base. So, a little bit of glue on the bottom, and we'll place that like so. There we go. And now that's done, we can probably get away with also doing the rock elderfing, attaching him to his base. So that will then place like that. And that one is then done. So we can move him over there. So with the ground elderfing, again, first thing to start with is with the legs. So I'm going to bring the clippers over and we'll clip that one off and that one off. And then with the heads, clip that one off and we'll clip that one off. There we go. Little bit of clean up again, just to make sure the parts fit together. Right. Now that's done. Again, you've got flat side there, flat side there. Those two attaches the 2 legs together. So if I put that together, a little bit of glue, and a little bit of glue. Clean off the excess. And there we go. Seamless join. Put that there. Same again for the eye stalks. You've got flat side where the 2 eye stalks join, so a little bit of glue in the middle. Just going to brush off the excess and then stick the 2 arm sides together. There we go. That's the head done. Then you've got anti-clockwise again with the arms. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If these come off, just compare them with the instruction manual. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 anti-clockwise round the drum from the first groove that the wing goes into. So 1, 2, 3, and then last one and 4. Going to give them a little bit of a clean up with the knife. There we go, and I've completely mucked up the order, so I'm then just going to recompare these. Right, that's 1. That one's 2. That one's 3. And that one should be number 4. So, just going to put a little bit of glue in each of the arm kind of slots or holes, and then we'll glue those in going around. Okay. There we go. So that has now got the 4 arms into the torso. Now while that sets and the super glue on my fingers set, we'll get the wings off the sprue for the ground one. So for this one, I'm just going to remove the first sprue. There we go. And next one. First arm. Okay, and there's the second one. Gentle with the knife, just remove any of the leftover supports or sprue that was on the wing. And then same again, clear that and clear that. Right, now we come to the final assembly. So for this one, I actually find it slightly easier to put in the legs first, and the legs actually go over the top of the base, and then the center of this sits in the middle of that donut. And it doesn't matter where he sits, you can just rotate it until it's a situation where you go, oh, that looks quite nice. There we go. So just going to rotate him round. There we go, that looks quite good. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue underneath that one, and a little bit of glue underneath that leg, press down, and let that one set in place. And that should be enough glue to hold him. Right, then you've got 5 legs on here. 2 of these legs are slightly more upright than the others, and there's a little divot. Well, if I rotate this round, you'll see that this leg that's really, really upright should sit in that big groove on the bottom of his arm base, which it does. So there we go. So we know the orientation of this part here. So a little bit of glue, quite a bit of glue actually. Right, grab that off, and then that big groove there lines up with the leg that's sitting the most upright, and that should just plonk into place like so. There we go. Now the head, you've got the 4 arms before with the wings on. The head should be coming at or looking directly at us. So if we place this and keep rotating it around, it should naturally fit into its position, which is about there-ish. So I'm then going to put in a little bit of glue on the top and then place the head onto the elder thing. Right, I think I've got to do a little bit of cleanup on the top of on the bottom of that base to get that to sit flush. Just need to remove that there. Right. And again. There we go, that's sitting better. So you can see these 5 eye tentacles, and his mouth is pointing directly at the viewer with the kind of 4 arms that are going round. Then we've got 2 wings. So, first one. That glues into position like so. And then the last one. That glues into position like so. And that is how to assemble the Elder Thing Set A. So you've got your ground Elder Thing and you've got your rock Elder Thing. So it's quite a long one for such small miniatures, but that is so that we've got all of the limbs on of these. And they're in quite dynamic poses. There we go.